Does the Daniel fast actually work? Find out in today's episode.
Welcome to the Chantel Ray Way, the inspirational way to lose weight for life through intermittent fasting. All right, it says, what is your opinion on the Daniel fast? A lot of people at my church do it. I tried it last winter and gained weight. Not my idea of a good diet. Rebecca from Chesapeake. Well, my opinion on the Daniel fast, and Chris, are you familiar with the Daniel fast? Do you know what it's about?
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, so the Daniel fast is basically where they say, there's a book that Rick Warren puts out, and Rick Warren's one of my favorite people, and I feel bad saying this. I'm sure someone will take a clip of this and probably send it to him just because. But Rick Warren, does struggle with his weight. Like if you look at him, he can carry some weight on him. And he wrote this great book on the Daniel fast. And if you look at him today, he's gained all that weight back. And he definitely could use a few pounds to lose. So this is an area of weakness for him. But with that, I do want to say, I think he's like the most amazing pastor ever. And I absolutely love him. But I do think this is an area that he doesn't have completely down. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Even if you're not the most religious person, he's a great
He's
speaker.
great.
Breaks it down, and I'm talking about real life terms. It's not just
He's amazing.
Whether you're into religion or not, he's a great speaker.
He's amazing, and he wrote a book called The Daniel Fast. And one of the things I have a problem with the Daniel Fast is I went and read the Bible, and if you look in Daniel 1:11-14, it says, Daniel then said to the guard, whom the chief official had appointed, please test your servants for 10 days. Give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then compare our appearance with that of the young men with the young men who eat the royal food, and treat your servants in accordance with what you see. So basically, he said, look, for 10 days, give me nothing but vegetables and water. And then it turns around in Daniel 10, he says, don't give me any meat, wine, or choice foods. So these guys wrote a book on the Daniel fast. And so they said, okay, you can have grains, you can have fruits, you can have vegetables, but you can't have any wine, you can't have any meat, and so forth. And so I believe there's really like a Daniel part 1 and a Daniel part 2, which means if you want to do a Daniel part 1 fast, that's just vegetables and water. And then in part 2, it's no meat, no wine, and no choice foods. Well, what's choice food? I mean, to me, bread is a choice food, in my opinion. I mean, I would definitely think bread is a choice food.
Does he specifically mean no wine, or is that no alcohol? Or is that just no wine?
I think it's no alcohol. I think that's what that means.
I was about to say that second one sounded all right. But
the first one... But the first one, as far as it says, no vegetables. I mean, only eating vegetables and nothing else. I mean, in my opinion, that is a great idea to do if you are in a healing mode, meaning you need to heal if you've got some physical ailments in your body and you want to do nothing but eat vegetables, I will tell you that will do it right there.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. And with these both 10 days, I know the first one's 10 days.
Well, the problem I have with the Daniel fast, and this is why this poor girl, Rebecca from Chesapeake, she said, what is your opinion on the Daniel fast? She said she gained weight doing this thing.
So she ate nothing but vegetables and water and gained
weight. No, that's what I'm saying. She did.
She did it. She did the fast but gained weight.
Rick Warren's, what he says is you can have bread, you can have grains, you can have vegetables, fruit.
Oh, that's it right there.
Yeah. So she's probably eating pasta.
You can still overeat on carbs with all that stuff.
You can sit there and eat bread and pasta.
So if she did it that way, if she didn't do it the strict way of doing it.
But they don't even talk about that in the book about the vegetables way. But I think that's what really does it. In my opinion, obviously we're doing this show about intermittent fasting, and it's what we believe is the right way to do it. And, in my book, I really talk about 10 biblical principles, and I talk about 10 principles that I have. But I believe that the Bible talks about, if you read the Bible, and I have read every single verse on fasting every single verse on eating. If it mentions the word food or drink or taste or whatever, I've read it a million times over, and I believe there's 10 biblical principles, and one of them is to never overeat. The Bible says to put a knife to your throat if you're given into gluttony. And so some of these diet books, like they make the food behave, and they say, okay, well, you can't have this and you can't have this. So then this poor girl, Rebecca, and Rebecca, excuse me if this isn't you, I'm just using it as an example. She might be going home eating all this whole grain bread and whole grain pasta, and it's, just.
Well, the true thing is discipline,
Yes.
behind it all, because you can have the best diet in the world, but if you don't have that discipline, it's not. First of all, it's not going to last. What happens after that 10 days? And like you said, everybody, we all know how the grains, and I think we talked last show about the grains and the pasta, and back in the 70s,
Yes.
it was good for you, brown rice and
Yes.
everything. But if I had to eat rice now, I eat white rice, just the way the grains and gluten and everything that we read about in the news, how it affects the body now.
Exactly. All right, so
Wait, hold on. Before we
go
move on, I just want to let y'all know the second part of this thing says, this Daniel fast says you can't use lotion. It's getting cold outside. So
you're going to have to be
you
ashy.
can't do the second fast. You're going to have to do the first part. So if
it
you want to
says,
choose
I
between
ate
fat
no
or
choice
ashy.
food, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all
3 weeks.
until the 3 weeks were over. So
be skinny,
everyone's
but
going to
rough
be
skin.
ashy for 3 weeks.
Rough skin but skinny. It's a trade-off.
Good point. Oh my gosh.
Have a question you need answered? Send an email to questions@chantelrayway.com.